Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. SG Poor here, Littleface Brewing. Walking around the backyard. Look at that sky. It's kind of a cool shot, isn't it? The sky is awesome. Weather here in Kentucky is bipolar. It is. But the pool's looking good. Yeah. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. There's always a hunk of something there in the middle of the pool. Never fails. Always something. So let's go over here, and I'm not drinking a homebrew at the moment, but we're about to talk about homebrew stuff. So let me set my beer down. And we'll take a look at this. There's the Cascades. They're about 5 feet tall. That's actually not Cascade, that's Centennial. That is Chinook. That is Mount Hood. And that is about 6 feet. Cascade. So the hops are coming along quite nicely. Yeah, they look real good. I'm happy with the growth. Well, there's something's been getting on here and eating on them a little bit, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. Is it ants? Get off of there. Yeah, something's in it. But yeah, so we're gonna have some. We'll call them Picket Blend hops. Sounds like a plan. So I did something else too over the Memorial weekend. Yeah. The brewery's kind of full right now. I ain't got room to brew. I gotta make a little more of a permanent home for the motorcycle. But yeah. Not a whole lot going on other than those two bigger things. So the Marvel blend hops were a blend of 7 different hops. I don't even remember what all 7 they were. And they were a complete mess. These, I know what all 4 of them are. I'm only going with 4. Cascade, I think, is the most versatile and widely used. It's just, A, it's easy to grow, and B, they're great hops. Cascade is a phenomenal hop. Centennial, very similar to Cascade, actually. It's a super versatile hop, not bad to grow. Great flavor, the whole 9 yards. Mount Hood is a hop that I started using a little more often as a bittering hop and stuff. There's a couple recipes that I do that has Mount Hood in it. I'm curious how whole leaf hops will be versus pellet. I find that they're less potent, but what are you going to do? Wrong buttons. There we are. There. I'm sitting here and it's like air conditioner's just blowing away and can't hear nothing. So there, we'll shut it off for a couple minutes. Yeah, so where was I? Cascade, super versatile, one of the best, most versatile hops there are out there. Centennial, pretty much the same thing. They both grow really well in this latitude. Mount Hood is a hop that I've grown to really like, and I've been using more often in pellet form. Curious as to how they'll do with the whole hop. And Chinook. So one of my favorite combinations is actually Chinook and Cascade. I think those two hops together complement each other better than any two hops out there. So I don't know what kind of harvest I'll get off of this year. They're growing very hardy. As you can tell, the two are a lot further than the two in the middle. Two on the outside are, and that's because I bought three to begin with. That was a Centennial, Cascade, and Mount Hood. And the Mount Hood just didn't take off. So then I reordered Mount Hood and I threw in Chinook. And I was like, throw them in. And they took off right away. Very quick and nice. So I need to get two more shepherd hooks and get those guys, get a rope run down and start training those guys up. I'm going to train them a little better, than I have in the past. I'm going to cut off the runners and just let the main stem run. Before, they just grew. The house in York, the whole side of the house was covered, and then the whole front of the house, and that was by design. I liked it. Here it's just the vine going up. I'm not. Hopefully they'll grow up and fill out fairly decently around the pool, but it's not like it was back in York. So we'll see how that goes. Ran out to Louisville, not Louisville, not Louisville, it's Louisville, and visited, oh crap, what's the name of what is the name of that store? I can't remember. But I'll put it down in the comments. I'll put it down in the description. It totally slipped my mind. I really enjoyed that store. Picked up a sack of grain. Bought some more hops and yeast. So I have some stuff to go. I'm going to be getting a motorcycle cover to put out in front of the brewery out here so the bike can safely be outside. It's one of those that you pull the bike in and it covers over. So I'm going to order one of those this week so that it gets here so I can get the Vulcan out of the brewery and kind of get my brewery back. I still have the Imperial Stout over there that I need to keg. I have some packages to send out, and I'm waiting until that guy's in keg and carbonated. I'm curious to see how that turns out with that barrel char. I think it's going to be pretty good. And then I need to brew more. I'm going to be doing a hard lemonade. Haven't done that since I've been here. So get one of those to share with the neighbors and stuff. And get another IPA. The IPA I brewed, the Impala, I need to cut that back. It's a bit hard. There's some hop burn in that. And if you get that beer, if somebody, that I ship that out, I'm sending it out regardless. But she's a bitter bitch. There's just no way around that one. There was a lot of hop burn in that one. So now that I know I don't need to overdo it with the hops like I did back in York, this water definitely is more suited towards IPAs and cleaner and crisper beers. So I can cut back on the hops on the bittering edition and stuff. I'm going to get a Quebec going here real soon. Mainly because I only have one side of my chiller working. So one side's going to be Quebec And the other side is going to be, I need to get a cerveza or some, you know, a lager or something going over there, but I do need to fill some kegs first. So I'm going to get a couple more ales before I hit the lagers. Yeah, so that's kind of my update for this week. Shout out to Paulie Detmertz. My last Homebrew Wednesday video I sent out, and my phone rang, and it was Paulie, and he and I sat down and chatted for better part of an hour. I love that man. He's just awesome. He is one of the most interesting people that I have ever had the pleasure of meeting. And I mean that. I mean, if you go to his channel, I'm not sure if he has some of his older videos still up or not, but he has a lot of different interests, and he's an interesting person. I mean, God, the stuff that he's done, like his lawnmowers and stuff. He had some great videos on his lawnmowers, and he lived overseas for about a year before he came back to the States, and it just, he's awesome. He's awesome, dude. You made my day. That was awesome to sit and chat with you. It's one of the best things about BrewTubers. You know, you might not talk to somebody for a while. You pick up a phone or you send a message or whatever, and it's just like you never stop talking to them. These are the greatest people on this earth, and I am blessed to know the folks that I know. Well, that's it for now. Not a whole lot on the homebrew side, but you get the gist. This is SJ Pour, Little Face Brew, and enjoy the fruits of labor, folks. Brew beer. Brew wonderful beer. Cheers.